Welcome to Copper Cat Bookstore, where we are continuing our author interview series. And today I'm excited to have a conversation with Kitty Zlomke. Welcome, Kitty.
Hi, thank you.
So tell our audience a little bit about your previous three books. It's a trilogy, correct?
Yes, it's a fantasy trilogy. It's called the Chrysanthemum series. It's about some fairies and pixies in a world that is in trouble, and our main character partners up with someone else to go and solve the mysteries. It's based off of Celtic mythology.
So Celtic mythology then is what inspired you to write these.
Yes, I absolutely love mythology, and I wanted one that not a lot of people write based off of. I absolutely love fantasy books, so I thought, why not write one of my own? So one day I just came up with this idea of these two characters spending some time together, and it just kind of built from there.
Now, I know before we went on camera, we were talking a little bit about world building. Is that a big portion of these books? And
Yes, I spent a lot of time world building. It took more time to world build than it did to actually write the story. So it takes up a lot of time to do it.
So I know you're working on a new book, and that's
I
actually
am.
what we're kind of wanting to chat about. And the new book, what's the title? Do you have a title yet?
I do. It's called Enchantress. This one is about a witch who she lives in a coven and is very comfortable in her coven. She mostly does plant magic. And then Tai comes along, and our main character, Ayana, is now introduced to a whole new world.
Oh, wow.
And she now has to make a decision. Is she going to explore this new world, or is she going to stay in her coven?
So for your new book, Enchantress, do you feel that that book is story-driven or character-driven? And can you give us a little teaser about the plot, who the character is? So your new book, Enchantress, is it character-driven or plot-driven?
It's character-driven. I go in all my stories based on what the character wants. And so I follow where they're going to lead me. And then that's how the plot gets decided.
Interesting. And so in Enchantress, can you tell us about a couple of the characters that appear in it? It gives us some interesting tidbits that we might latch on to.
So our main character is Ayana, and she is completely plant-based magic, but she has capabilities of doing more. But she's always been in the coven, so she's absolutely comfortable where she is. And then we have her boyfriend. His name is Yanison. And he is more interested in going further in their relationship than she is. He works on the vegetables that grow, so that's his job. And then we have her mother, May. And May is not fully there. She acts more like a teenager because she lost her husband. And then Tai is another big character. He comes along at some point, and he's driven by trying to find something. He's currently on the search for something. So you'll have to read more to figure out what that is.
Yeah. So in Enchantress, it sounds like there's a magic system at play. So how did you come up with that? What are some of the rules as such, and talk to us about that?
Yeah, so I didn't want them to have unlimited magic. So the rule I set is that they have a limit inside them, like a well is how they picture it. And as soon as they fill up that, they empty that well, they can't do any more magic. But her coven is based completely off of their ancestors. And their ancestors didn't like to use too much magic. So they do magic based on the earth. So they'll pull their magic from the earth, and they do more of what you expect. Like when you hear about modern day witches, that's what they do. They do stuff with herbs, candles, crystals. So they do that to keep themselves away from the non-mortal people. They call them tyros.
Okay.
And so they limit themselves, so they never reach that bottom of that well.
So, Kitty, in the magic system, how did you devise the magic system? Talk to us about that process a little bit.
Well, honestly, I came up with the well idea from another book.
Oh, nice.
I'll admit it.
No, it's okay.
I thought it was a very good concept of you're only allowed so much at a time. But I came up with the idea of them doing modern day witches stuff based on the stuff that I read to do the research. And I thought it was fascinating what people do now to follow that witchcraft path.
Right.
That is just herbs and candles and burning sage and all of that stuff. It's very simplified, but very interesting. So I thought it would be more interesting for the witches to follow that path than the other one.
With Enchantress, how do you know you were finished? Is that going to be a standalone book, or do you feel it's going to be a series as the Marigold was?
So my goal was for it to be a standalone. And to me, right now, the story is finished. But the person who was reading it, my beta reader, is saying I should add more to the story. So we'll see what I do next.
Yeah. So, Kitty, do you have tips for writers that are working on fantasy worlds and that genre?
Yes. So do a lot of research. Research is very important. So you don't have to do exactly what your research says. You can spin it on your own. Like with my series with the Celtic mythology, I put a huge twist on it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to follow it word for word because it didn't fit in the world I was making. So you want to read that first, follow just a little bit enough, just enough to get your story going. And then if you're having a hard time world building, think of somewhere you've actually been. I thought of my favorite place in the whole world, and then I went based off that. So I kind of built a world around this one place that I love to go to. So there's this beautiful lake in the Snowy Range Mountains in Wyoming. It's called Lake Marie, and there's a lot of history there. I actually met the grandson of the woman that it was named after.
Really?
One day, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's a gorgeous lake, and I fell in love with it, and we go every year. And I took pictures, and everything was just based off of this one area.
So where can people find your books? Where will you be next?
My books are available here at Copper Cat, and they're available on Amazon, and I'm currently trying to get them available other places as well. But I am still in that process, so look for Copper Cat or online. I definitely recommend Copper Cat, though.
Well, thank you. Fun. Well, thank you so much, Kitty, for sharing your journey. We'll have Kitty's newest book, Enchantress, at Copper Cat Books soon, and watch our website and Facebook page for the book signing as well.
Yes.
Thank you.